up, everybody? Welcome to the Whatever Works Podcast, where we talk about business, entrepreneurs, and whatever. Am I pretty enough now? All right, so basically, this is our first episode, and we are going to talk about regular business news and what it means to the average Joe and what it means to the average person that is not a multi-millionaire or billionaire person trying to do a dick measuring competition. But regardless, today I wanted to address one of the topics that is currently hurting other women like myself and other women in a professional setting, the rise and fall of the hashtag girl boss movement that happened. And one of the reasons I want to address this is because my team and I recently started working on some YouTube videos to bring some free resources out there for people that want to do anything related to entrepreneurship, how to start their business, how to pitch. And we want to give that out there for free because entrepreneurs, we don't have money already, so why charge? But when I did that, I started using the hashtag girlboss in every intro without knowing the true history behind it. Once I learned it, that's not good. I don't like it. Let's cut it. But I wanted to start addressing it because things that happen, it's really, really shitty. And I'm sorry, I swear a lot in podcasts. Hope you're okay with it. But that's what we're going to be talking about today, and how so many upcoming women entrepreneurs are being hurt by this movement. Mm-hmm. So today I have with me Jess.
Hi.
Another woman.
Me.
Yeah, in a professional setting. Mm-hmm. Her personal talent is giggling.
Yeah.
But it would be good to, as a young upcoming professional, to put some inputs and thoughts about what it's like for her in a professional setting, and what some of the thoughts that she has about the movement and the women that have hurt or mission of women equality.
Yes. I'm excited. Let's go. This is good. What? I don't know what
All right.
Yeah.
With that being said, I'll get us right started. One of the first people we wanted to talk about it was one of the founders of Pando, Jen Gotch. So a little bit about her. She have a leave of absence after some accusations of racism. Racism, especially after the Black Lives Matter movement, is a very, very important topic to cover because it exists in the workplace. Even people think, oh, it's something that happened so long ago. There's no way. It is something that is happening and continues to happen, sadly. And some of these women and some of these executives that want to preach about diversity, a diverse team, it's not really creating diversity. So what happened with Jen is that a former employee came out and basically accused her of making racist remarks. Both her and her assistant Kelly. An example she gave is that when she first started and she went out for a team lunch, a black couple came and sat next to them, and she changed, this is Jen Gotch, changed her accent to sound more of like a plantation kind of accent.
Oh, what the? Ew, why? What?
I have no idea. People are wrong. That kind of people out there. And so when she got asked why did she change her accent, it's just like, it's she says, trying out my plantation accent.
That's disgusting.
It is disgusting. It's a despicable human being.
Yeah.
Trash. Goodbye. But the thing is,
I've never even heard of a...
Neither do I. What do you picture like a plantation? Like a
southern drawl.
I know. I don't mean to be stereotypical, but it's like a southern drawl.
Yeah.
Or what?
Yeah.
I have no idea how does she even know what a plantation accent sounds like?
Obviously, she's racist. That's how she knows what it sounds like.
But the thing is, it didn't end there. It started affecting some of the co-workers or her, her assistant, the people she surrounded herself with. Because after the lunch, this employee did not feel comfortable, so she did not engage much in the conversation. And because she wasn't okay with what happened, she got singled out. And most people that get singled out, they were the outcast.
Yeah. Or leave.
Yeah, and she left.
Out.
Exactly. She left. And she left. But before she left, she also heard her assistant Kelly making very, very racist remarks, not only against the Black community, but also the Asian community. when these two Asian, I believe they said Japanese women came into the shop asking if it was open yet. It wasn't yet. But they told her no. But when they left, Kelly said, does anybody smell ramen? Yeah. So that's one of the things that happened. You know, in what mind? Are they trying to be funny? I mean, this is like...
It's not funny.
It's not funny. It is not funny at all. But this is something that happened. And after everything came out to light, she had like a public apology and stepped down as a founder and as her role. So what are some of your thoughts on this, Jess?
I mean, I will never understand how people can like actively discriminate against other human beings. Like, what makes you think that you are better than that person? I don't understand it, but
do you think some people that are somehow getting into power feel superior to others, and therefore because they're not from the same group, they sort of say, well, you don't look like me, so you probably won't achieve my status?
Yeah, I think so. I think they feel like they're better than others and that they can do whatever they want because they're higher than thou.
But another question to think about this is that it seems that based on her remarks and how she laughed, she thought it was funny. Because if we go back at least early 2000s, a lot of people made racist jokes thinking they were funny.
Yeah.
We know some influencers that got into very, 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 very...
We could name a few, but we won't.
Shame.
Unless we... Jeffrey. Oh,
sorry, who? Who are we talking about?
I have no idea.
I don't know either, but, you know.
I feel like definitely in my early childhood and my youth, I would hear people making, like, racist jokes around me. And I grew up in a very, very white area, and I was always like, I didn't know, like, how to even react, because it's, I don't know. You know, that's not okay, but it's never okay.
It's
but
never okay.
Growing up and realizing, oh, wow, that's what was happening, and that's, like, never okay. And it's important to stand up for people who are picked on. Or,
and thank you for making me feel so young. In your childhood. You were in your childhood in the
early 2000s. I was in my childhood in the early 2000s.
Ouch.
1997.
How does that make you feel? Person behind the camera.
I feel like as women in the workplace, we're already a little bit like, especially women in aerospace and like a technology company, we're already a little, I mean, you're the CEO, but we're a little kind of othered because there are only 3 of us, and there's probably only going to be like 10% women in our company just because that's how it is with engineers and such. But imagining that in another sense, like if I was a woman of color in that sense, I wouldn't want to also be othered because of that as well. That
discriminated against. And this is the thing, after the Black Lives Matter movement happened, there's a very good conversation about how not only like blatant open racism, it's also passive racism.
Like microaggressions.
Yeah, microaggressions that people are sometimes not even aware of, or they even know it, they don't care. So that brings me to our other example of one of the women that recently got into some very hot water. And it's funny because based on her name, you would think that she's part of like a minority group, but then how she will continue to do these things. I'm about to botch her name.
Oh, we looked it up before this too.
I don't remember. I have the memory of like, I don't know, the small goldfish. That's the word I'm looking for.
The small fish.
Of no memory, basically.
Okay.
Call me that woman from 51st for the 51st Dates. If you know the movie, thank you. You don't know the movie? Don't make me feel old.
Wait.
The 51st Dates? You don't know this movie? Adam Slander.
Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
Is it the one where he went back to school? No?
Oh, man.
Which
You're
one is
hurting
it?
me right
Please
now.
tell me what the name is. So maybe
51st Dates.
Oh, it's 51st Dates. I thought you were saying the 51st State. I don't know. I've seen 51st Dates with Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
I've seen it like 5 times. It's a good movie.
You still not connect.
I've seen the movie. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. Okay.
Anyway, her name is Yael Aflalo. a rotten flower.
Rotten.
But she was the founder of Reformation, and she resigned after allegations of racism. Mm-hmm. So this is again going about passive racism. She did not use like a plantation accent or use any derogatory terms, mm-hmm. but the way that she was being racist and doing passive racism is that she has some people that she hired in her team. One of them, they hired her as an assistant manager in a store that didn't have any manager. So she really wasn't an assistant to anybody. She was the manager. Exactly.
Oh, so they hired her for a lower position?
They hired her for a lower position, right? And then they hired around 2 more white women above her that had less experience than her. And then when she brought it up to her, she says, oh, yeah, we'll focus on you next. Then they hire a 3rd woman, a white woman, above her. And
why?
I don't know. And they still did not promote her. And they kept them down. And this brings me back a lot of the conversation of the cycle of poverty. Mm-hmm. It's cycle poverty. You get stuck there, and it's a cycle of racism. You get stuck there, and you get stuck there. You cannot improve, and all these stereotypes are attached to you. When I met wonderful people that are one of the smartest people I know, but they don't get the chances that they deserve because of these fucking stereotypes about either experience or you're not from here or what's your background. Why is the background important? The important is talent and willingness to learn, willingness to work for it. So that's the one of the other people that got in very hot waters. What do you think about that, Jess?
Well, I think it's awful. And I mean, oh my God.
We're haunted.
We're in a very public space right now. I mean, of course I think it's horrible. And obviously they should have promoted that woman before hiring people above her that had less experience than her. And I wonder if this woman, the founder of the company, like, did anything about it when she realized that she was wrong. Obviously not, because she stepped down, right? But
she stepped down only after she was exposed.
So she was doing it on purpose. So
she may have done it unconsciously, but even after it was brought up to her,
she was like,
she did not do anything to fix it.
So was it unconscious?
At that point? Was it a really unconscious move?
No. I don't... I hate it. I hate it a lot. And I do not... I mean, obviously, just because your skin color doesn't make you who you are as a person.
No.
Or give you any less experience or different experience than anyone else in the same situation. I don't know. I have a problem elaborating. I kind of get lost. I don't want to say anything stupid.
It's all right.
There's the white lady over here talking about diversity, and I'm doing my best.
Yeah, well, even though I'm Hispanic, I'm on the white side, so I mean, I'm white passing. So as soon as until I open my mouth and you hear my accent, but most people think I'm a European.
Oh, really?
Yep. I got Italian, Spanish.
Oh, really? Okay, I can see Spanish. I can't see Italian.
I don't know. I got Irish because of the red hair, but whatever. I'm digressing.
I see.
So, but it was interesting. Earlier you said, you don't know much about how to expand it because you said you're just another white woman. Lady. So,
yeah. I don't know. As a white woman, I recognize that I'm definitely in the situation of, privilege. Absolutely in the situation of privilege. And talking about discrimination, because of race, I'm not very well versed in that, because I've never been discriminated because of my race, and I probably never will be. And if I am, fine, because white people deserve it. Should I not say that? Oh no.
It's a difficult topic. It's a difficult topic.
It is a difficult topic.
It is a very difficult and delicate topic.
And I'm trying to not sound like stupid or ignorant or anything or speaking out of my place either.
Exactly, but it's a good thing you're doing because you're being conscious of what you're saying. Very conscious because you don't want to hurt anybody. All we do is want to support everybody. Yes. And that's one of the mentalities that a lot of people need to do moving forward. And one of the biggest reasons about critical race theory being taught in schools, so people are aware and are very conscious about their actions. But what do you think about critical race theory and being important, being taught, so we avoid these sort of situations?
I think it's very important to be taught, and I was never taught about critical race theory in school. And isn't that a topic like they're trying to get rid of it in schools?
No, they're trying to teach critical theory in schools, because if you look at
the South and places like that, they wanted to remove it from the curriculum
completely. No, not so much about remove it. They want them to really teach it, because
I think it's if
you look at the history books right now, it's only told from the side of the conqueror or the winner of the what's the word that I used recently?
It's not really history. It's kind
colonizer.
of like
that's the word that I used
story.
Recently.
Oh yeah, told from the side of the colonizer.
Exactly.
Great. So it's not really a real like historical document. Technically, it's a story. We're reading stories in textbook of
the people that won.
Yeah, the people that
got
won.
the benefit.
They're trying to tell us their truth, not the whole truth. I think it's very important that like critical race theory is taught in schools, because you need to know that it's not okay to treat people poorly. Just in every sense of the word, and especially because of their skin color, or of like skin color, their background, their, what is the word I'm looking for? Economic,
socioeconomic status.
Yes, that's the word. It's important to be aware of how you are treating people too, and be aware of your biases, so whether they're conscious or unconscious. It's very important to just be aware of how you're treating people. Yeah. I have a bad habit with ending sentences with yeah. And yeah. Yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. 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 But going uh-huh. Sorry.
So I have a question for you, actually. In a minute.
I'm back. Okay. Sort of.
So how has being a woman and being a Hispanic woman in aerospace and in technology, what has your experience been?
For me, and it's important, as the other thing important is, for me, I am born and raised in Puerto Rico. I identify as, I'm a Hispanic woman, I'm Puerto Rican, but I have the privilege that I am light color. I'm white. I'm white passing, whatever word they is most appropriate. And if I keep my mouth shut and I nod, people would not know I'm Hispanic until I open my mouth and they hear the accent. So in that regard, as I went through my journey and continuing my journey of entrepreneurialism and being in a man-dominated market, I found things on both sides. I've had experiences where I had men be very discriminatory against me, both because of I'm a woman and also because I'm Hispanic. So one of the situations I've had was I had people say, well, do you know how the military works? Do you know how the science behind aviation? I said, do you?
Yeah.
Do
like
you?
What?
Do you think I don't read?
Yeah.
Do you think I'm incapable?
Like,
I heard
why would
and
you
they
be
said,
there?
No, it's not because of that. It's because, women have more difficulty envisioning abstract concepts.
No.
Excuse you, you dumb fuck.
That is false.
So it's kind of very, very like demeaning, very like, you dumb woman, go back and make me a sandwich sort of thing.
So I saw something the other day. It was a TikTok, so it could have been false, but I want it to be true, saying that like women's brains actually they're a lot busier than men's brains, and they have a lot of, like, they process things at a higher rate, and they have a lot more going on at once, like a lot of multitasking, and they're actually healthier brains because of it.
I will leave it to the doctors out there. I'm not a doctor to clarify that. I do know. I think I read once that women have a better way of processing information at a faster rate. But it's like I said, these people believe that some women should be on the other end of the kitchen, which is sad. So another TikToker I saw that women CEOs are a turnoff for him.
Well, that sucks. Good luck with that one.
Good luck with that one. Who cares of what turns you on, mister?
Yeah, why are we even talking about turn-offs and turn-ons in entrepreneurship?
You want to move
why is it about sex?
We completely derailed into like women talk.
Well, I mean, we're still somewhat on topic.
Yeah, somewhat on topic. But the other important thing is, as a Hispanic, I've also been experienced it when I was trying to speak. And granted, when I moved here, I took linguistic courses, phonology specifically, to help me pronounce better. So when this guy came over, needed a translator to understand you, it felt bad. It really felt bad because I've done...
Someone came up to you and said that?
Yes, I was talking to them. I was talking about, some of the things I wanted to do. And back then I was working for a different company. And he says, wait. I think I need a translator for you. And the other ones I've heard, I need subtitles for you. I had experience because before, when I was learning how to pronounce English better, I had a problem with the TH sound. Okay. You will think about, when I'm trying to say think, you thought all the time I was talking about think. I think.
Yeah, I still know what you're saying, though.
Yeah, but people were horrible sometimes. But that digress. I have to be clear. Those have been some situations that happened to me. It's not the common, but it has happened. But I've been good and fortunate enough to meet very, very good people that have been very supportive, more than the people that have been horrible.
Well, that's good.
And going back to this woman that was very passive aggressive, when somebody brings that up to you, it is your duty as supposedly an equality minded person to do a change about it and provide for your employees, because guess what? If you don't take care of your employees that work for you, you don't really have a business at that point. Yeah. And it's always going to come back and eat you in the ass. Yeah, eat you in the ass.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. That just came out from somewhere. It's going to eat you in the ass. I mean, it's going to kick you in the ass, bite you in the nalga. Yep. It's gonna hit you somewhere.
Where the sun don't
Karma
shine.
is a thing. It hits you in the ass. But we'll say ass a lot in this moving forward.
Ass.
Yes. All these women wear asses.
Yeah.
And then moving on to the most famous woman entrepreneur, to our detriment of every single woman that's trying to run a business at this point. And I hate that this is the last name she has. Elizabeth Holmes. Ugh. Like the Doctor,
Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes. There we go, Doctor. I thought about Doctor Strange for a second.
So. Yeah, we were watching Marvel.
I was watching the trailer. That was very nice. But Elizabeth Holmes, the co-founder and CEO of Theranos. Have you heard of this woman?
Before today, no. I have not.
She's very, very hot water, as the youngins call. That is the tea that's going on.
Oh, that's the tea.
Says the tea.
She's
I feel like
water.
a mom.
You need hot water to brew tea.
Yeah, she's swimming in boiling water at this point.
Ugh, gross.
But this woman, one of the things behind it is that she's very persistent.
She was very persistent, but in what do you mean by persistent?
So what I mean persistent is she's a graduate from Stanford.
Okay.
Well, not graduate. She went to Stanford.
She didn't graduate.
She didn't graduate. She dropped out. Very young woman.
It happens.
I think she started Theranos when she was 19 years old.
Wow.
But the thing is, she started to do something before and spoke to the dean of her school, her professor at school, and it wasn't feasible. And she still persisted. No, I don't care what you say. I'm going to make it work, which is a mindset a lot of entrepreneurs share. But at some point, if we cannot figure out, we stop.
Yeah.
She stopped on that. But she created Theranos. Theranos is one of the fastest growing health, like a company in the health market.
Wait, maybe I do know what this is.
You know what you know.
I don't know.
You don't know what you know?
I don't know if I know that I'm right, but keep going. Maybe
No, you
know.
tell me. We're playing charades now. Go ahead.
Didn't she like... Or maybe, I don't know what I'm thinking of now, but someone took a bunch of like money from a bunch of investors and stuff and tried to do the product, but there was like actually no product after years and years, and she was taking money and promising product. There's no product.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I know who this is.
Yes.
Sorry, Derek. Screamed a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
I know who this is.
So Theranos, you're creating Theranos, which is a company that was promising that you could do all the regular blood work that we do with a drop of blood.
Yes. Okay.
Put it in this machine that immediately does it, and you know, in an hour or so you get your results. If this was true, she would have changed the way blood examinations would be done. But the thing is, even when she took people into her office and she did demonstrations, it wasn't real.
Yeah.
Because they pricked the person's blood, right? They put it in, but as soon as you press it in, it will go downstairs to a laboratory.
Yeah.
Where people do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
And she got millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. At one point, her company was valued at $9 billion.
Holy crap.
It was...
That's a lot of money.
And the thing is, the funny thing that happened is that she kept getting popular, and people just threw money at this woman because a very unique thing that happens with human psychology is that if everybody thinks she's great, she must be great.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do my due diligence, and I'm just going to give this woman money. I don't want to miss the next Google.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That mentality happened. And she just took advantage of this. And so she got people like Bill Clinton to, you know, support her. A lot of big names to support this woman. And she just kept going with the lie. And the other unique thing is that she did, was while we're talking about women and women in business, is that she lowered her voice.
Yeah.
To sound more like a man.
To sound more serious, more competitive.
She let it slip a couple times.
Sometimes I actually do that too.
Do you?
Yeah.
I do this only when I'm trying to, you know, mess up with people and try to get them to think as I'm a man, but I'm very, 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 I don't know, bronca right now. Maybe because I was thinking way too much on my way here.
That could be it, yeah.
You know, I was trying to belt out a heart attack on the car, and I affected my voice. But she tried to do that.
Yeah.
To seem more like a man and try to people to feel more comfortable.
Take you seriously, yeah.
Yeah. So she was very manipulative until employees came out and got into trouble. She was
horrible to her employees, wasn't she?
Yeah, she tried to sue them and tried to get them to shut up. Basically, she freaked out. But it is amazing that she got it on the wraps for so long.
Yeah, how long was it?
It was years at this point.
Way too long.
It was years at this point that she kept everything under wraps. And imagine the power and the things that happen behind the scenes to keep these people quiet.
Yeah. Especially
the lab technicians working, really doing all the tests.
Yeah, and they know they can't make this product real.
Then she knew. She knew, but I feel like it's somewhere deep down in her, she thought that I'll figure out along the road.
Yeah.
And she didn't.
She never did.
She never did. And she had partners with Walgreens.
Yeah, she said that she was going to put it in all of their stores.
Exactly. What are you going to put little minions, like size them up, put them in Walgreens to get them people to do their own blood tests? How was that going to work?
End up putting machines in Walgreens or no?
I'm not entirely sure if they did.
Like they did, but the machines didn't work.
Oh yeah. They did, but the machines didn't work for the cue that I have from my person behind the camera. I just saw him go like this, so I'll go with what he said.
Okay. I don't even remember. Maybe I did watch this documentary or something.
Was it on Hulu?
I have no idea. You said it was on HBO Max, right?
HBO Max.
Okay, I don't have HBO Max, so maybe I...
Yeah, I saw something on YouTube with this girl that discussed some of them, so that's how I heard about it. I haven't seen that documentary.
Yeah.
But the thing is that if she knew this was going to happen, you're partnered with somebody, you're giving them your machines, you knew they were going to figure out it's not working. why did you still keep getting money from investors?
Yeah, why would you accept this money?
Exactly. So there's a conspiracy theory there that she's just in it for the money.
Oh, definitely.
Because you put her in a socio-economic status that was higher than others because, the tea here. She ended up marrying this super rich dude.
That's where we were going, yeah.
Yeah, that is the heir of a vast fortune. So right now she's not worth anything. Good. But she's married to money.
Oh, she's still married to money.
I think they married they married. Yeah, they married.
They didn't get divorced? Wasn't he a bad person too?
I'm not sure about this guy, but he got duped if he was. You're looking for Chris for more
information.
Yeah,
he watched the documentary.
For the Google or Google. Google 1, Google 2.
Hey, Google. Hey, Google. Is he a bad guy too?
Hey, Siri. Is he a bad guy too?
Siri doesn't know.
No.
Anyway.
But anyways.
I hope we set off everyone's phones.
I don't know. But, oh, yeah. Hey, Google. You're welcome. Regardless. So this is the conspiracy theory that she's just doing it for the money.
Do you think she just married him for the money, too? That's
probably what they think about.
Unrelated, but...
Yeah, it's just... Give me money, I don't have to worry about anything for the rest of my life. So now she may actually end up going to jail because she's young. She's very young for what she's doing. Yeah. But then that brings the topic. Yes, you may have gone in your Prince Charming, but you're affecting a whole barrage of women that are still trying to move forward with their careers, or women that are trying to make a change and a positive and actual change into the market, but they now can't because of your fuck ups.
Yeah. I wonder if she even cares.
Huh?
I wonder if she even cares.
I don't even know.
She just messed.
I don't even know. I mean, if you were an investor and this woman just duped you, what would be your opinions of any other women that came around asking you for money for something health related or something along the line?
If I was me, a woman, I would not hold it against other women, but I can understand how some people would be like, oh yeah, we should not trust women anymore because this woman was bad.
Women were sometimes even entrepreneurs. Like for example, there's an entrepreneur called Alice Jang, that she is the chief executive officer of Verge Genomics. That she's had to face a lot of stereotypes being thrown her way because of Elizabeth Holmes. Because they're not there's a lot of people are scared now of investing in this type of business or even investing in women overall. Even after all the progress we've done, because of people that are just so dumb and so greedy and so don't give a fuck. Yeah, affect the rest of us. But then after all this damage has been done, now the question beckons: what do we do from now on? What are your thoughts? What should be something that other women can do, and could we move forward from where we are right now to continue moving the progress for women equality?
I mean, I think it's probably going to be slow progress because of the setback, but oh god, hold on, lost all my thoughts. I think that it just. People need to be more conscious of how they act and who they talk to, who is in charge of the business in general. And I'm curious to know your thoughts on that because you are the boss.
You're gonna head and just could lasso me in and throw back the question at me. Fine, there you go. I'll take the bullet.
I'll give a little answer.
I'll take a bullet for you.
I mean, I'm not the boss of anyone, so.
But it doesn't matter. It's also about women in the professional careers. Yeah. I'm getting poofy as hell, but for me, moving forward, I love bringing it full circle to the hashtag girl boss movement dying down because of these stereotypes. Moving forward, a lot of things that damaged it is because they say they were inclusive, but there was no true inclusion. Yeah. Moving forward, I think women need to be there for women as a resource. One of the things that I've spoken to other women entrepreneurs, other entrepreneurs overall, is being there as a true resource for others. Not a capitalistic resource where, pay me money and I'll tell you can do it. I can make you a millionaire in 6 months and blah, 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 because girl power. That's not going to do it. It's be a unique resource. Fake. Here's something. Learn an access because if we don't stand with each other, how do we move forward? And it's something, a movement that needs to happen in social media as well. It's not only about women, it's about inclusion, women of color, women from Hispanic women, women from Asian backgrounds, women from with an Indian background as well, the Native Indians, the people that were originally on this land. Indigenous, thank you.
People.
Thank you. Or indigenous people, which is the right terminology. It's a fault of my own. Indigenous people that were here originally in this country, how we can bring them forward, give them these opportunities and be a resource for each other, because it gets competitive. It's like, I have it, I don't want to share it with anybody else. So,
but why not? Yeah.
Why not?
If everyone is coming together and everyone is sharing the glory or the advancement in whatever field you're in, why wouldn't you want to share that so that you can also benefit from that? Like, everyone can benefit together.
Exactly. And not only that, I think it's going to be some entrepreneurs or some women and some business people taking the leap and the risk of saying, no, my business is LGBTQ plus friendly. My business is looking to be inclusive with the indigenous community, be inclusive with people of color, be inclusive with anybody and everybody, and put them and grow them.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. And it's important to be inclusive, but why? Everyone should be included regardless anyway. It's sad that we are so set back as just society and as the human race.
And I'm hoping that moving forward as Generation C grows up, as Generation Alpha, some of the millennials grow into these better positions, a lot of this inclusivity can come with it and change things, because the older generation is going away with their ideology, and newer people can come in, although not all of them are like that, but there's a good chunk that's been influenced.
Definitely.
But then I guess it begs the question back to whoever is listening: what can women do to move forward? What should be the next movement to empower women, to bring equality to women? But when I say women, like everybody, it doesn't matter your background, not just white women from every single walks of life. How it's not just the cultural background, the race, also the socioeconomic status. Some people are born to money, some people are not. How can we make sure everybody has the same access, and what should be that movement, and what are the next steps to do? It's a question that still needs to be answered, but I'm hoping that after this pandemic we can reach that answer. But this brings this talk to an end. Thank you to everybody that's listening on our first shot at this podcast, as we continue to grow, bring these free resources for you, these talks, having a talk and sitting down with coffee, tea, wine, whatever we get our hands to.
We didn't get wine this time.
We didn't get wine this time. As we torture the people behind the camera with our antics. But thank you so much for listening to you. We'll talk to you next time. Y hasta la próxima.